So settle into a seated position that lets you be alert or relaxed. Or if you're laying down, same thing, just make sure you can be alert for a few minutes. Can keep your eyes open in a soft gaze or closed. And let your awareness go inward. Let's take a deep breath in and follow your breath in as it fills your lungs, and follow it back as it flows out, resting in intention at the end of the exhalation. If you can, if it feels okay, just linger there briefly when you exhale, the in-between piece. So breathe in again, following your breath as it fills your lungs. Exhaling, following it all the way to the end of the exhalation. Noticing a deepening of your presence and settling into awareness. Let your regular breath resume. To drop your awareness into your feet and legs. Become aware of what's there today with kind regard and no judgment, just observing for a moment. Lean into the senses while you're attending here. What do you feel or see? Is there a sense of smell or movement? And as you linger deep in your presence, listen inwardly to what's here. Is there something that needs attention? Is there a texture you notice that brings a message of support, or a twinge that asks to be cared for or held or acknowledged? Let your intuition guide you toward anything that needs attention in the lower legs, so that it may be brought back to be part of your wild woman if necessary. If nothing needs to come back from your legs, that's also okay. Send thanks and gratitude to your feet and legs for supporting you every day. Moving out of the legs, shift your attention into the lower belly. If you notice any discomfort, remember you can move your attention to your hands or your feet, wiggle your body a bit, or open your eyes to resource yourself. Let your senses expand here again and touch into the awareness of what movement or colors or textures are present. Linger here for a bit and deepen your presence. Is there something that needs attention? If there were a color or sound or texture that could support this area, what would it be? What words of strength or safety does this area need? Let your attention help you determine if there's anything in the lower belly that needs to be part of your wild woman. Send thanks and gratitude to your lower belly for supporting you every day. Moving out of the lower belly, shift attention to the upper belly, the area just under your rib cage. If your mind has wandered, simply bring it back to yourself again without judgment. Let your senses expand here and touch into the awareness of what movements or colors or textures are present. And as you linger here, deepen your presence. Listen from the inside out. Is there something that needs attention? Lean into the energies that are here You may notice energies of self-empowerment, strength of will, purpose, or self-esteem. Allow your kind attention to bring awareness of what might be needed here. If there were a color or sound or texture or movement that could support this area, what would it be? What needs to be taken from this area and used as part of your wild woman? Send thanks and gratitude to your upper belly for supporting you every day. Moving out of the upper belly, shift your attention to the heart area, including all that's inside the rib cage. Remember to use your anchor of breath or hands or to wiggle a bit if you're feeling any discomfort. Let the senses expand here and touch into the awareness of what might be present. Listen from the inside out. Is there something that needs attention? You might notice energies of compassion, balance, of self-acceptance. Is there anything that's needed here for support? If there's any part of what you've just noticed that needs to come back for the wild woman, please allow yourself to know what those may be. Send thanks and gratitude to your heart and your chest area for supporting you every day. Moving out of the heart and chest, shift attention to the arms, down to the hands, letting the senses expand and touch into the awareness of what's there. And as you linger, let your presence deepen. Is there anything that needs attention? Let yourself lean into the energies that are here. You might find energies of holding, of support, of being of service. If this area needs some support, what color or sound or texture would it be? Is there a message or movement or color that should go to the wild woman? Send thanks and gratitude to your arms and hands for supporting you every day. Moving out of the arms and hands, let your attention shift to your throat. Let the senses expand without judgment and touch into what's there. Let your presence deepen and listen inwardly. Is there something that needs attention? You may be aware of energies of creativity, communication, resonance, of being heard. Allow your kind attention to bring awareness of what may be needed here. If there were a color or sound or texture that could support this area, that could support your throat, what would it be? And what needs to be taken for the wild woman or remembered for the wild woman, if anything? Send thanks and gratitude to your throat for supporting you every day. Moving out of the throat, shift your attention to the head, and in particular, focus at least in part on the brow area. Let your senses expand and touch into the awareness of what's there. Continue to receive and trust in the sensations and messages that you're receiving from your body. Is there anything that needs attention? As you lean into the energies that are here, you might notice energies of perception, interpretation, seeing, or imagination. If there were a color or sound or texture that could support this area, what would it be? If there are many thoughts and a wandering mind, what might be needed? And is there anything that would need to be brought to the wild woman? Send thanks and gratitude to your head and brow area for supporting you every day. And moving out of the head and brow, shift attention to the top of the head. Let the senses expand and be open to what's there. And as you deepen your presence and listen inwardly, is there something that needs attention? You may notice that there are energies of spirit or wisdom or connection to something larger than yourself when you lean in up here in your head. If there were a color or sound or movement that could support this area, what would it be? Is there a message or texture or color that needs to go to your wild woman? Send thanks and gratitude to the top of your head for supporting you every day. Shifting from the top of the head, allow your attention to spread to include your whole body, letting the breath move from the top of your head to your feet and back. Breathing in all the way down to your feet, breathing out from your feet to your head. Just rest here for a moment, present with your entire being and all the energies that are there. As you rest in this presence, send gratitude to your whole being, including the physical and emotional and spiritual aspects that you may have connected to. Now let some movement back into your body. Wiggle your fingers or toes, or stretch. Allow yourself time to shift back into the room. And when you're ready, open your eyes and let's come back together.